you got to know who your bots are. You got to know when NPCs are up in your reality. That's what this video is about.
Girl, I really need you in my life now. When you put it on me, girl, it's man down. I know you nothing like me, tell him pipe down. Know you nothing like me, tell him pipe down. Baby, you can swing my way. You know I don't play no game. Fighting good, girl, I'ma grip on your waist.
The people who are not in your intermediate life, who like are the people that you've had children with, or your parents, or your siblings, or something, best friends who you have like real personal, long-term relationship with, these are people that are your soul team. But there are people that still might be family, but not really close family. There might be people that are associates, co-workers, the mailman, somebody's friend's friend. These people that show up in our life that we have agreed to have an experience with, where they reflect something on us and they teach us something, or they help us grow and change. And these are really short experiences. I'm always talking about introspection and like asking yourself, what's happening? How am I feeling? What just happened 3 weeks ago? Where was I in the last two years or the last 6 months? And so when you do that, then you have an ability to take a look at the bots and the NPCs, and you'll notice that there are these people that you have maybe a few months of a relationship, whatever type of connection or interaction, maybe even a year. I would even say a year or less. But they teach you lessons, and sometimes they're really big lessons. These are individuals or experiences that you really have to learn to just get through and just go on. Get the thing that you're supposed to get from it, because every single thing is a line, is a
What?
sorry, is a sign, a synchronicity, an alignment, something in that nature that is set up for you to experience, something that your higher self already knows and already knew that you were going to experience. NPCs are characters who are played in a game by the computer, by the system. So um, I would even say that NPCs are like extras in a movie. They are just characters who are, that's why I'm using the word bots, characters who are like bots. Now, there is like a social network, social media definition, and I think it's defined under like people who don't think for themselves and are like, I guess, one sided and followers or whatever. You can put that as that definition, but I'm not um, characterizing anyone. That's not what this is about. I'm really referring to NPCs and bots as a game. Like, this is not the new social definition that people have been using for NPCs. I'm talking about bots, extras, and NPCs in a game, because we are in a game. Just for clarification. So when you run into bots or NPCs, a lot of you guys are having experiences with people, maybe at work and all the other examples that I gave, and you're taking the experience to the heart. It is making you lose sleep. You are stressed out. You are overreacting. You are overthinking. And these are people that are just like, I mean, even the people that are not NPCs, it's all a temporary experience. And as humans, everything is dense here. Everything is deep. This is what we chose to do. Okay. Because everything is dense here on earth, and we came here to feel, you're gonna have experiences that are gonna make you feel really deep. It's gonna feel really dense. It's gonna feel like, oh my God, this is so big. This is such a big situation. This is so major. This is changing my life, ruining my life, yada, yada, yada. And then you're going to end up moving on and getting through that. And that's going to happen over and over and over and over again. And a lot of us live our entire lives not realizing that a lot of those situations we did not have to react in that way. Or I should even say, a lot of us live our entire lives not changing it, because some of us do notice it. I think for a lot of us women now, we've made it a cute little joke to overreact and to be dramatic. And the truth is that these things are costing us our health. These things are costing us aneurysms and activating cancer cells. When it comes to what happens to our heart and our brains, even women, for our uterus, whenever we are stressed, and when we have a pattern of overreacting, when you've been doing something for, this is neuroscience facts, when you've been doing something for at least 30 days in a row, your brain and your body is now addicted to that behavior. So if you've been spending years overreacting, overthinking, being dramatic, responding to things that really you could be giving a different response, like really you could be giving a more calm, a more accepting, a more loving response, things like that, they are most definitely causing us all types of issues. A lot of us are dealing with endometriosis, PCOS, cervical cancers. I mean, all these different things, women, even breast cancer, because of the way that we have been reacting to situations. So we need to know when we're dealing with NPCs and bots. And we just need to know and remember that this is school. Earth is school. While you are here to feel, because without us feeling it, it's not going to happen. We're not going to be here growing. It's just going to be useless. But useless for us to even exist here. This is what we came to do. We also came here with the memory of who we really are wiped from us, so that we can find out who we are. We have religious texts like the Quran, the Bible, all types of other texts that confirm to us that we are not separate from God, that we really do create our realities, that we can live life of abundance and have whatever we want, and how much our thoughts and our words and our feelings play such a big part in this. Because Earth is so dense and we came here to feel things deeply, we also came here to learn how to accept and to learn how to trust ourselves and trust the process, how to be obedient to God, which is trusting your intuition. That's really what the Bible was talking about when it mentions obedience to God. All throughout the Bible, it's telling you, I am. That's what you call God. You are God. You are not separate from God. You are an expansion of God. And the obedience is to obey your intuition, obey your higher self, your inner voice. So we are really being called to pay more attention to that, to practice that more, and to just realize that you're in a game. This is a game. I say all the time, one of my most channeled messages as a child was that this is a game. This is a really deep, dope story that you were on stage telling, and we all just got really deep into it. 6 and 7 years old, Source was speaking to me and telling me, yes, this is a game. The best way that we can describe it is this is a game. You are the main character in a really cool game. If you can remember this, then it can help you with not overreacting all the time, with reacting more in a way that your higher self really wants to, which is the way that you actually really would like to react. Even though it doesn't feel like that in the moment, there's definitely a way of peace and just love. And it's not like you're giving the person love that is like either harming you or threatening you or whatever, you're really giving yourself love. You're really loving yourself when you are learning to react in a more calm, more loving, and just accepting way. You're making for your body to be more in health. You are feeding yourself dopamine, and different endorphins are rushing as you start to see that you are responding to things in a completely different way. Things are happening and they feel good. Like something where a few years ago you would have panicked, or you would have been like, oh my God, let me explain my part and da 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 da. And instead, you're just like, okay, like, thank you for this experience. That's a different response. And so it creates a different chemical change in your brain, which makes your vibration to be different. It makes your vibration go up. And this is neuroscience, okay? Like, Joe Dispenza would completely back me up on this. So, yeah, I just wanted to share this message of just remembering who you really are, what you really came here to do. I also wanted to leave you guys with the fact that when we cross over, when souls pass away and we cross over to the other side, one of the things that we always say is, damn, like, I took that so serious. I took so many things so serious. I spent so much time and energy on things that were nothing. And sometimes in this life, again, if you go back and you reflect, you can see you already doing that. You can see a situation a year ago, 2 years ago, that's nothing to you now. And back then, it was such a big deal. So when we cross over, we do the same thing, only we're just like, all right, I gotta go back because I ain't even get to do what I wanted to do because I was so focused on what somebody else had did to me, instead of seeing it as for me, instead of seeing that I am just a character, the main character in this story. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope you could feel this message. If you do, then hit the thumbs up button. I really don't know if you're watching this video this far and you haven't hit the thumbs up button. Baby, like, what are you doing? Also share if this video, if you feel like this video helped you, then it can also help someone else. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace out.
I see you in the moonlight dancing, yeah. Only need one chance, girl, right here. One night stand, please don't have fear.